Hello there guys, so just before this video starts I want to do another sort of public announcement. If you guys have any questions that you wish to ask me, then please put them in the comments section of this video. Reason for that is because the channel will be hitting 2,000 subscribers soon, and for a special I'm going to do a question and answer session. So if you guys hand me whatever questions you want to ask, be it random weird questions or actual questions that require really quite deep answers, then just ask and I will answer as many of them as I can in that video. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and I'll see you guys later. Hello there guys, my name is MK2 and welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. So after yesterday I did look back at the Turin and decided to make another concept, which by the way has a lot more detail on it now. Reason why is because I feel a lot more confident with this version and I feel a lot more I feel very proud of it because it looks beautiful, and I'm going to show it you now. So this is the Turin Mark II. As you can see, I've gone with a completely different colour scheme, as I said yesterday. Reason why is because I feel that green is a bit of an iffy colour now, and I've kind of gone with this Star Wars sort of colours. I mean, if you've ever seen pictures of like the sort of the Jedi fighters and stuff like that, they go with like colours like this. It's like quite of a murky sort of reddish pink, and then like a lighter version of that. So I really do like this. The reason why is it just looks a bit more symmetrical. Unsymmetric builds cringe me out a little bit, and I figured I've got the insides loads better now. It's the same sort of setup where the sort of engines and everything are at the, well, you know, the reactors and everything and the cargo are all in one area, but then I do have some sections on the other side which I'll have to show in a second. So this is the exterior of it. We have majority of thrusters being the Sage engines. It needs to go faster forwards and backwards, so I've minimised on the up, down, left and right thrusters. So as you can see, it's a bit lacking on thrusters on some of the sides, but that was the point. I wanted this thing to go faster in certain directions, just get in there, deploy the ships, get out of there again. So with this ship, you can probably already realise there's a huge hangar in the middle, and I've kind of gone with this exterior sort of outline and then painted it and then put some lights on as well. And I must say it does look a lot better with the detail on, and I've gone so much into detail that I've put these fans on. Those do spin, I've just got them turned off at the moment, and I've also got some tubing and things like that, and actual crew quarters like properly laid out, and a section back there for a ship to reload and restock. So let us get into it. So if I drop down here, we have the newly painted small fighter, which I have decided, thanks to the Confused Gamers, he went with the name the Kestrel. Now I kind of like that name. No idea why. I don't really know why I like it so much. It's just when it was sort of said, you know, when I sort of read it, it seemed right to call it the Kestrel for whatever reason. So a lot of you guys were sort of posting bird names as well, like the Eagle, and then like one for the Valkyrie and Bird of Prey, things like that. But I thought the Kestrel was pretty nice. You know, for a ship of its kind, I figured it. Oh my god, it's you know, it was a suitable name. I didn't want to give it too much of a badass name, because you know it's only a fighter, and it's only designed to, you know, get blown up and cause a bit of damage in its wake. So that is what I decided, and the paint job matches the ship, and I love this ship. This ship is literally my new sort of, I don't know, it's my new love child. I absolutely adore the ship. It's so beautiful in every way possible, and it just works. So what we're going to do is I'm going to sort of take you around the insides of this hangar, and then we'll go into some of the rooms. So on the as you come in, which way is the front of the ship again? That's the back, so there we go. So as you come into the ship, you are greeted to your left with a staircase that heads upwards, and this goes to the upper resupply deck. Now this deck has a ship locked in already. Now basically what this does is, this is piston, so this will go down, well it'll turn off, go down, and then you turn it back on again, and then what it will do is it will simply sort of just, you know, allow the ship to take off and fly off. Now when another ship wants to come in, it will basically reverse in, drop down, and then this thing will lock down, and then this will pop up and attach and allow the ship to be resupplied. And that is basically the system I wanted to go with. I've only managed to fit one of those in because they're quite space consuming, because the whole bottom section of this is just open space underneath there. So, you know, but I think it's nice because you can fit, like, I don't know, you could probably at a squeeze fit 4 ships down there, 2 on either side and then 1 up here, so you could have, like, I don't know, 5 ships in here, 5 small ships, which is quite nice. There is a bit of open space on here, but that's purely so ships can fly through, or ships can, you know, fly and dock and then take away the other side without crashing and, you know, damaging themselves. So that's basically the resupply deck. We got a few buttons here that control things, turn things on and off. So if I just go G, is it G? No, it's not G, it's K. So if I go in here, I've got the piston reverse, I've got the main ship, well, the connector, that's turning it on and off. That's the throw out on and off, and throw out, and collect all on and off. So I have to have those features enabled for me to sort of do anything with this. So let's head in. So I took away from that whole open aired ship. I figured the whole section where the ships were, like the fighters were, should be the area where it's open, but everywhere else is now fully sort of airlocked. So if we go through these doors, we are now in the main control bridge, and we can get through that door as well. It leads to the same place. And in here we have all of the chairs, a few lights, and just a nice place to sit, view everything. Very, very viewy. And you can see a lot of things, and you can see partially behind you as well, which is good. So that is the command room as such. Now that is on the front, very sort of dangerous place to have it, but you know, it's just a standard ship design. So yeah. So we jump down here, and then we're going on to the underside, which this is a airlock of sorts. It's just a bigger airlock with a light in. And when we come through here, we're greeted with some blast windows which aren't open currently. You can open these, and basically they're like open like shutters, and it looks quite cool. Now in here we do have the crew quarters, so we have some sort of seating areas where people can seat and eat. Now back here we have a kitchen, which is quite nicely tucked away at the back, and I've made use of the panels as well. And then here we have some beds which are tightly compact together. I found if you face them, you know, face to face, and place them there, you could have just enough space to walk in between, which is nice because it allows a lot more space saving solutions, so you can actually just, you know, compact everything together. Then in here we have a bit of a med room, so you can lie down here and be like, I'm dying or something. We have a recharge station as well in case you are damaged. There we go. And then these are the lockers for the beds there. And then here we actually have a fully conventional sort of toilet which you can sit down on, which is nice. And we got a basin there, we've got a shower which you can jump in and just, you know, get all showered up. Now I do have a blast window there as well, which you can close. I've named it appropriately so you can actually close it if need be, if you want a bit more privacy. But yeah, so that's basically the crew quarters. I actually like this crew quarters a lot. Reason why is because it is very accommodating, but such a small space. This is like the smallest space I could have found for a crew quarters, and it's got a kitchen, it's got beds, it's got a med centre and a toilet and shower sort of features, which is just freaking epic. So I think I did well with that section to get all of it tucked away nice and neatly, to allow for the crew to, you know, use it very wisely. So we'll head over here now. So we have like a mixture of heavy armour. The reason why is because I was finding the engines were damaging stuff, or the thrusters were damaging stuff on the side, so I ended up changing out some of the blocks for the heavier versions. We come through this airlock, and we are greeted with the sort of server and reactor room. So in here we have a bunch of servers, bunch of microchips in here. All these is the AI cores, which if I find them, there we go, is the AI computer cores, and what I've done is grinded them down, and they give this really nice texture of like having all these microchips and processors in, and like they're all stacked together as part of this main unit, which is really, really cool. We've got bits of tubing, some stuff we've got stored from dead tech, and we got some sort of shelving areas as well for storage of tools and things. Now here we have the two main sort of reactors that power this thing. We can repair them if need be from inside the ship, which is a feature that is essential for this. And then of course we have the cargo section with a large viewing area at the very end, so you can see what's going on inside there, see if that ship's done. And I was actually thinking I could probably put a control desk here so you could control a few features from in here rather than going out there and doing stuff on the panels. So that is the majority of the ship, guys. I really do hope you guys enjoy this. I'm not going to put the world onto the workshop as yet, because I do have below the two of them side by side, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to sort of improve this version and maybe create a third version, and then I'll either sort of refit them to do all the jobs. If I'm not going to use that one, I'll refit it or whatever to do something else. But I'm going to come up with a third version, have some ideas on what I want to do with that. Something including a gravity drive and converting the Kestrel to be gravity driven, so you can have like an artificial mass block at the front, and you can basically make this thing whiz forwards using gravity drives and make it so it can deploy these instantly, and maybe have some sort of blueprint working center. And you guys have sort of said these as well, and proposed them to me, basically having like a blueprint section where I can use the projector block, build up the Kestrel via like welders and whatever, and then like with a piston system to come in and basically weld and move up as it sort of welds them together, and then be able to sort of ship them off on a gravity drive, which would be quite cool. So that is the Turin Mark II in its awesomest form. I really do love this ship. I think I've done really well with the space that it's given me, and I hope you guys see that as well. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, then please like, favourite, and of course subscribe for more. Don't forget, if you have any questions for the Q&A, which I'll be doing for 2,000 subscribers, put your question in the comment section below and I will answer it happily on a video. So I'll see you guys later. Peace.